You're listening to
Tipsy Book Reads.
I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Jess.
And we're tipsy. Too many books on my TBR. Yeah. This podcast is like a book club for the antisocial. We make a drink inspired by the book we read and talk crap about life and fictional characters. We really hope you listen and drink along.
Side effects of listening to this podcast may include reading vivaciously, extreme bouts of laughter, tipsiness from craft cocktails, talking shit about life and fictional characters. Listen at your own risk.
Just a warning, this podcast is explicit. We are all over 21 and there are spoilers.
We warned ya.
Hi, bestie.
Hey.
Why do I feel like you're so far away from me?
I was having that big thought.
I miss you. Come over here. Scooch in. Loud noise warning after the fact. We're in season 6.
Yeah.
4 years down.
That's crazy.
I know. Congrats.
Congrats.
Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Dang.
Oh my gosh. So we've teased a little bit, / if you listened to the dang episode, you know that we are going to one book a month. So our book for, what month are we in? August?
Yeah.
Our book for August is Red Rising, guys,
By Pierce Brown.
by Pierce Brown. We're going over chapters 1 through 22. We're in Pierce Brown's world, and it's a little stanky. I almost put the book down after the 5th time that hot piss was mentioned.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not that I don't like the book, but I had to get that out of the way.
This book has been hot on the interwebs.
Hot on the interwebs, hot in the bookstore.
Yeah.
It is hot on the shelf, and if I do say so myself as author.
I was going to say hot. Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Also a little cutie patootie. Anyways,
Okay.
so we're reading Red Rising.
Yeah.
But that's all that's changing. Anything crazy, just that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So I do have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
What you drinking?
We're drinking the Laurel.
Cheers.
It is a blueberry cinnamon bourbon smash.
This is going to be my drink of the fall.
Yum. What a good way to start August with a nice berry bourbon smash.
Also, congrats on it being fall.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy
Happy Halloween.
Oh my gosh. We were together when someone said that Halloween was like too early. Like celebrating.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, first of all, 4th of July is over. Therefore, it is Halloween.
It's August. It's fall.
It's the Burr months.
It's the Burr.
I mean, August Burr.
Is it still 100 degrees outside? Absolutely.
Might be like 104, but you know
that's
what?
why this is iced.
And that's what air conditioning is for.
So tell me about this. What's in it?
It is cinnamon simple syrup and muddled blueberries and your favorite bourbon over ice.
Cinnamon simple syrup.
Say that 5 times fast.
The audio is going.
Yeah. So,
Oh my
yum.
goodness.
Because, we chose this
Oh, yeah. That's right.
as a team
Mhm.
because they were talking about how Darrow was sure he was going to win the Laurel, and he's heard they have flavors for their liquor, like cinnamon and berries.
Or yeah, berry.
Yeah.
And something called cinnamon?
Yeah, something called cinnamon.
That's so sad.
Oh.
Imagine living in a world
Where
where
you've never tasted cinnamon? No thanks.
that's sad.
So yeah, cheers to that.
Anyways, Cheers to that. Now that we have that through, and I hope you're sipping along with us. And if you are, tag us. We want to see it.
Yeah.
I do feel like my S's are now pronounced. And so now I'm going to be very aware of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
Let's go into characters.
I was gonna say, you want to give us a character breakdown?
Yes, I have all the way up until the school
Okay.
because I was driving at that point.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that school. There's a lot of freaking, but we'll chat.
Titus,
Yeah.
I remember named
Ti-
Titus.
Is it Titus? Oh, I thought it was. Yeah. Sure.
And I didn't remember it correctly. Anyways,
No. Yeah.
while you're looking
fine,
at that,
fine.
we have Darrow, which is our main character. He's 16 years old, by the way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And married to Io, who is his childhood friend, neighbor. And I would just like to take the second here that I texted Jessica in chapter 4 before any mention of rebellion.
Yeah, that's true.
And I said, she gonna die.
Yeah, she was like, please tell me Io doesn't die. Like, I know it's going to happen, but
And
I was like, I have nothing to say.
a few chapters later, she dies. Anyways, and I'm not going to say it because I hope you didn't get spoiled. But I was looking up something specific to the character that I had missed when reading. And so I like Googled it. And my gosh, I was spoiled by something.
Oh,
And
no.
if you're listening to this and have read through the whole series, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that was spoiled for me.
No,
Anyways,
bummer. Wait, now I want to know.
No, you don't. You don't. So, Io's sister, I meant to write down and I only wrote sister.
Yep.
But she's a big part of it. We have Io's dad also like tried to save
Right, but
him for a hot minute, but
yeah,
he was only in
he's
there for a
already dead.
second. So then we've got uncle, mom. Uncle's big. He's what's his name? Uncle. It's very similar to Daro. Gnarl? Nero?
No, that's the big guy.
While you're finding that, we have the mom. We have Mickey, who he is a carver, and that's wild. So they just like make people look. They're a plastic surgeon essentially, and then dancer. We have Harmony, Evie, Mateo, and that's when I stopped taking notes of the characters' names.
Okay, that's fair. Narol. Narol. Uncle Narol. And we have Darrow and Narol. And then, so when we get to the school, our big players are Cassius. You were right, Titus. Julian.
That was wild. That was crazy.
I texted you.
I
was like, this is brutal. Like, I was giving you a warning of like, if you need to skip parts or whatever, because that was
crazy. I didn't skip it though. That was rough though. I was more like grossed out by the graphic description of his body changing.
Oh yeah, that was okay. I read the little thing that you sent me about like the colors, but I'm still kind of confused about the evolution of it all.
I don't think it is. What I think that I understand now is that it's forced in terms of the reds only aren't modified body-wise and aren't quote-unquote smart because they were never taught those things. So they were stuck under the surface. And so each level, it's it's more based on like the information and education that they were given. So were you talking about when Dancer was like, it's or when oh my god, Darrow solved the riddle, the puzzle, and Mickey was like, what the? And then Dancer was like, evolution, my dear. Is that what you were talking about?
Well, yes and no, but like, so it didn't seem like they all go through that gory like transformation to become gold. It seems like they're born with that skin color.
Well,
that's where I'm confused because there's so many different colors, but their skin is really that color. But like, I don't think they all go through that because Mickey was like, it's impossible to do that much of a transformation or whatever.
No, I think just that was in terms of because he went from 0 to hero just like that. And he had the gravity situation. He had no food. He had literally his bones were not dense enough.
Yeah.
And so they had to change out the bones where all those people up above.
So are they all born like?
Well, they have calcium. Are you talking about the skin though?
Yeah.
Okay, but that he was talking about like his entire transformation.
I get that, but
Okay.
also
I don't really know.
still it didn't really talk about like.
I guess I didn't catch that they were actually gold, silver on their
Oh
skin.
yeah, I think
'Cause I know they talked. Sorry. Hypermobility.
Yeah, because his irises were red. They had to go in
Right.
and physically change the color of his eyes to gold and his skin to like like all the different colors are like down to their eyes and their skin and everything is all that color.
I don't know about
So
that.
that's what I'm really confused about. Like I get their different classes and stuff,
Well-
but how are they physically that way? Because it didn't really talk
wonder-
about them all going through some type of transformation.
I wonder if it's when they are all genetically modified by birth.
Maybe. Yeah, that's the one part that I'm like, I don't know if I missed it.
I think
Or
my
if it
point is,
just
I think it's
didn't-
forced evolution.
Yeah, okay. I get that. And then like once the people are gold and then they breed, their baby comes out looking gold, or they have to modify that
know,
baby to
because
look gold.
Mickey made a comment about also
You would make pretty babies?
you would make pretty babies, and I was like, okay,
What
so wait a
color
minute.
would the baby
But
be?
I was like, wait a minute, what would this baby look like?
Yeah.
Because is his DNA
And if it's like a
changed?
pink and a gold having a baby,
Also,
what color is it? Rose gold?
I was confused about the wings.
Yeah.
And how there was a comment by Dancer that was like, well, his wings there's wings that have DNA in it that matches his.
Yeah, and
So
then
did
those
his dad-
ones can't really fly. Like his girls can't really fly.
I don't fucking know. I don't understand this book at all, Jessica.
Okay, I'm not
I-
gonna lie. It took me like 8 chapters to get into this book.
I feel like
Now
I
I'm
need to get
in.
high.
That's fair.
Mickey and
And be
Mickey and
like,
I.
yeah, this makes sense.
This makes total sense.
What? I love it. I do really like this book now. At first, I was like,
do.
I don't think we're gonna like this. I was like, this is not I thought this was gonna be bad.
I read 4 pages 18 times.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept rereading it. I was like, what is going on? I'm so good. And I love sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I love stuff like that. And I was like, am I dumb, or is it's because it's a male character?
Okay, but yeah, so anyways, I don't know. Somebody explain the whole thing, please.
But that color breakdown on Red Rising Wiki, thank you, Red Rising Wiki, did help me understand that a little bit, because I still was completely lost on the breakdown of what their jobs are, how
okay.
someone
Yeah.
gets what and whatever. So that was helpful, and also to know what jobs are what,
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
what's in this world.
Yeah. Okay, so
worlds, planets, Jupiter, Pluto.
Yeah. Okay, I love all of the naming though, and how it goes back to like ancient civilization, and how even though this is like very futuristic, how it all
yeah.
like history circles back,
Mhm.
and how basically they rebelled against Earth and they were like, fuck democracy.
Mhm.
We don't want that shit.
Right, spelled with a K.
Yeah.
Spelled with
Yeah. But, and then this Augustus took over.
Augustus, man.
Yeah. But and they obviously draw parallels to like old empires and stuff.
Oh,
and like
100%.
and they talk about it.
Mhm.
And also the naming, and it's very cool. But so anyways, they have told all of these low reds their whole lives. They've been born under the surface in Mars. They're like, you guys are the pioneers, and you are making this planet habitable.
Yeah, and I was like,
and-
where are the rest of them?
Yeah, like back at Earth waiting. That's what they thought for hundreds and hundreds of years. And then, who is it, Dancer, that brings them up to the surface?
Yes.
Brings him up this like freaking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory elevator.
Which it took me a hot minute not to realize that wasn't like an elevator to Earth. Because I was like, they're going to Earth?
And then like on the surface of Mars, there's like people flying by and everyone living their lives. And even the Reds up there, the high Reds, are like, yeah, they're still slaves, but like not in this gaseous fumes sitting in their own piss.
They're hot piss.
Yeah.
Okay, and they had to get married so young at like 14 because they die
Mm-hmm.
at like 30.
Yeah.
That's their lifespan, so they want them to breed quicker.
Yeah. So they can have more slaves.
Yes. So Io is the hot topic of the town.
She is.
Everyone loves her.
She is. She is. And dang, that was sad. She's a martyr. She's like,
She's a martyr.
oh my God, how about the gravity shit? How they have to pull the legs. Oh, how tragic. But it's like
So do you think if he
a
pulled,
control thing.
if he didn't pull them as hard as he did, that she
No.
would have? Okay.
No, because he needed a reason. He needed the burning passion. Like and Dancer even said, like, your girl played her part. That was it. That sucks, but that was it. She was never gonna. Because if she was alive, he would not do all of this.
Also, where's the grass?
What? Oh,
Were
I'm
they
very
fucked on?
confused by that scene too.
So confused. In the flower?
Yeah. Okay. So
So they have like a greenhouse underneath?
I guess.
But then it's for high reds?
Yeah, I guess.
I was like, they fucking on the grass?
Sounds itchy.
And that there's bugs.
But yeah, that was wild. Stupid reason to die. But Io had her mission. And do we know what she told her sister? What her last words were?
I do.
Oh, dang.
Moving on.
Okay. So, yeah, that was wild.
So
And
she dies by hanging. His dad dies by hanging
mm-hmm.
because they did the devil's dance.
Yep.
They didn't leave room for the Holy Spirit.
Dang. So, yeah, and then so collecting their bodies and burying them is a crime punishable by death. So he's like, well, fine, I'm going to cut her down
fuck it,
and
I wanna
bury her
die
then.
too.
Yeah, like, and then the whole dream thing, and he was like, I didn't find Io because she, like, believed that they would find each other in the afterlife or whatever, and he's like, I didn't find Io. And then, what do you have it? He's not fucking dead.
I said,
was so
Lazarus?
confused. I was so confused.
I also was confused. I was like, oh, is this paranormal?
Yeah.
What?
Is he a zombie?
Is he a zombie? What is going on now? I had a question. Oh, yes, I remember it. Why do you think that Gamma always gets the Laurel? Like, even though their tribe situation, their circle of family, earned it. Is it just power? Which is just a word?
I think it's, yeah. I loved that. Power is just a word. I think it's just always been rigged. And
It's the Hunger Games.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I think
was
they
just
didn't
curious.
stand a chance regardless. I think it
Okay.
was just rigged.
Interesting. Yeah.
Maybe they know someone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was curious about that. I didn't know. But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know either.
Io knew.
Yeah?
She was like,
Honey, you did not win the Laurel. Dang. Their parties seem kind of
Dang.
lit, though.
I love it. I want to go dancing with them.
Right?
Let's do the devil's dance.
And the uncle taught him how to dance, and boy, did that come in handy.
Sure
To the point where, what's his face? What was the guy that was teaching him how to dance?
Mateo.
Yeah, Mateo didn't even
Which
believe
I
that
was
he
like-
was who he.
They're kind of cute.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I know Daryl just literally lost his wife, so I was like, maybe
Fair.
never mind.
But no, I kind of had that thought too. Like Mateo was being a little flirty, and I was like, oh.
yeah. And then I caught myself. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. He's
I
grieving.
guess he can grieve
He's
his
grieving.
dead wife.
He's grieving.
I guess.
So sorry, my bad.
Hey, it could come full circle.
I also love the name Mateo.
Yeah, me too. But I thought that was interesting that Mateo, like, even because Daryl brought it to the point of, oh, even within dancers, people, they don't all trust each other. Like, there's a nick in this armor right here. The fact that Mateo is questioning that Dancer didn't, like, actually tell him the truth about who he was, because he's like, why the fuck do you know these dances so well? Interesting.
It's wild.
Interesting. So, yeah,
Every other note of mine is I'm very confused.
That's fair. One thing that really stood out to me in the beginning.
When he ate the card.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. Talk to me about it.
I just was like, you know what, fair. So he gets this challenge, and they're testing him, and it's these 2 cards and what he gets or whatever. I don't really understand the challenge itself, but he takes the one, he looks at it, he eats it, and then he takes the other one. And it's like, so they'll never know. And Dancer was like, you know?
Well, that's the thing about Darrow's brilliance is it is so off the fucking charts and unexpected. Like, same when the one proctor was like, don't punch me back. So he like kicked him or something and got
He's
away with it.
brilliant.
Like, the way his mind works is so fascinating.
It
And
is
the way he
fascinating.
gets through these puzzles and stuff is so peculiar and so different. And because of his upbringing, he just has a different background to all of it than all of these like prim and prissy golds that have had their butts wiped for their whole lives, you know? And it's fascinating. But no, I was going to say in the beginning when Darrow says, he's talking about Io, and he says, without me, she wouldn't eat. Without her, I wouldn't live.
He loves her.
He does.
Loved.
And it's interesting because now she's dead and he's still living. And he has this mission, right, for Io, basically. And
What's going to happen when he finishes it?
yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, you're right. That's crazy.
And then also when he said freedom costs too much, but Io disagreed. Damn her. That's what he said.
Honestly, damn her. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Dang.
I do love that she was over and over again saying break the chains. It's interesting. I feel like that's what I thought too.
But yeah, interesting.
So back to I'm going to the surface with Dancer and Harmony and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
The wings. There's a comment, and I think I even thank you so much for my book. I even wrote it down in here when I was taking notes in my book. And I'd mentioned it just a few minutes ago, but they're talking about the wings and how they had DNA connected to him again already. Okay, wait. Impossible, Mickey leans even farther forward. His thin face has not a single pore. There's DNA matching him with the wings. Cerebral extraction. Did you know that they have... And then, like, confusing, whatever. But so...
Yeah, what?
There's DNA matching him with the wings. And I said, DNA? Question mark? Dad? Question mark? I don't know. It's very odd.
That is very odd.
Here, you can have the book back.
Oh, no, that's okay. I don't need it. That's very interesting. I don't know.
And also interesting how the pit vipers...
Yes, I was going to bring that up. Wild.
Mm-hmm. And how it strengthened his heart.
Yeah. And how that's honestly a lot of the reason he's been able to keep up with all of this. And was it Dancer that also got stuck in with the baby pit vipers?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, and he was talking about the difference between the babies is yeah. But and then how they were saying basically this school of golds is like baby pit vipers and they're just fucking going for it. And like full venom and everything, like survival. And oh, this school is wild. What is it? The crossing? What is the thing called when they all kill each other? Half of them kill each other?
Yeah. And they get stuck in a room and he's like, I know what's going on. I know what's happening.
That was whack. I was not expecting that. Neither were they.
Neither were they. And it was gruesome and wild.
And then the passage. That's what it's called.
Passage.
And there's all these rumors about what the passage is, but nobody really knows. Nobody talks about it. None of the scarred talk about it. And then...
Well, they wouldn't want to.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's crazy that probably all of the golds that have sent their children all assume that their kids are not going to be the ones that get killed, even though they know what the passage is, you know? They're all so haughty and whatnot that they
Probably think it's
that-
rigged.
Yeah, well, it kind of is.
Kind of, sort of.
Most of it is rigged. There were just a few errors, right? Most of them were like a big guy and an underdog.
Oh yeah, but yes, in that way, right? They're weeding out the runt of the litter.
Right.
That's the whole point. Where there were a couple people that were talking about how the inheritor of the moons
Yeah, that was a oopsie.
was supposed to, but that was the students talking, not the.
Oh no, the one proctor said.
Oh, was
something
it one of
about
the proctors?
Yeah,
I missed
he was.
that.
Yeah, he was like when he was calling them all little shits and stuff like that.
Oh, I
he
was
was-
thinking that was one of the students because
The students were talking about it, but then when the one guy addressed everyone and
Mhm.
basically said what went on, he was like, "That's evolution taking its course." He basically said that was an oopsies, without saying, like, he didn't
Mhm.
admit that, but the words, like, I'll find it. But yeah, that was fascinating. That was not on purpose, and but he was kind of just like, well, the other guy showed that he was worth more.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and then so Darrow and Cassius teaming up, and Darrow being the one that killed Julian, his
know,
twin
that's gonna-
brother.
That's
Oh
gonna
my
be awful.
god.
That is going to be awful.
Yeah, that's gonna crash and burn. But Darrow's planning it in his mind that Titus did it.
Yeah.
He's like starting to plant seeds of like, what's this? This guy's pretty big. So I don't know.
He's clever. I think he'll. Well, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a massive crash out.
Yeah, he's got to find out one way or another.
We're so close. Should we just end it now?
Yeah, we can. That's pretty much it, right?
Okay. How many minutes did you put on it?
I think I put 27. So we still have
2 more minutes.
27. Yeah. So it's wild. This school is wild, and I can't wait to see this capture the flag, as they call it.
How many books is in this? So it's 3. So we're obviously not going to. This is probably just the school, right?
Probably.
This is probably just up into the school. Because I was gonna say predictions, but I don't know if we could even do
Because the
predictions.
school is only like 10 months, isn't it? There was something that was only 10 months, and I was like, wait.
I wanted
That's
to take better
wild.
notes. I got my annotating kit out and everything. So I will do better. But I don't even know what to do for predictions.
I think this is going to be the school. Obviously, he's going to go on to the next level. I think Golden Sun is going to be him getting like the internship or whatever, like with a family. And I think it's going to be with the big guy. Like, who is it? Augustus or Nero? Which one's the
Yeah.
big Augustus?
Something.
Yeah, I think because the one proctor was like, you're not going to get, you don't have a great family.
Yes.
So I think he's going to get like the best
big-
family
agreed.
like internship or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Totally. I mean, he was 10th chosen. That's crazy. So that's predictions, characters. We did scattered thoughts. Next week will be a deeper dive. I'm calling it. Calling it now. It'll be a deeper dive.
Let's
and
do it.
then what kept me up? I had family in town, so that kept me up.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I mean, your family.
Yeah. And then what kept me home? Oh, planning the accomplice to the villain party for Fern
It was
Fable.
so much fun. That kept me up because that was
That's
a long
so
freaking
true.
night. Because then my
You had
son
to
didn't
drive
want to
down.
sleep because he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I missed you."
Bestie.
So, but worth it. It was so much fun. We had a blast.
It was so fun. Anyways, that's mine.
Yeah.
Yours too?
Well, yeah, pretty much. We've had like
The
similar
same
week.
Okie doke. Well,
Stay tipsy.
yes, tune in for the next episode. This is our book of the month, so it'll be within this month. And Saturday, I think we're keeping
Yeah,
posting.
sure.
Love it. Love it. Stay tuned for new
Oh,
events.
did it stop?
Nope.
Okay.
And stay tipsy.
Bye.
Bye.